Hey guys, it's Abigail Burley. I get the opportunity today to talk to you about how Love Your Story rallies around families impacted by disabilities. You are going to get to meet three of my very favorite friends, Hillary, Allie, and Megan, all being impacted and served in different ways. I hope you enjoy as they share. A lot of nonprofits might start with a vision, and the nonprofit of Love Your Story actually started with a need. You see, 6.5 years ago, our triplets, Maggie, Max, and Biller, were born at 24 weeks gestation. One of our sons, Max, he has cerebral palsy, and cerebral palsy is a neurological disorder where his brain communicates differently to his muscles. Over the past 4.5 years, we have traveled in and out of the country for our child to receive the care that he needs. You can imagine traveling, the expenses. Insurance is great. The first policy we have, and that second policy is even better. But even 2 insurance policies does not even put a dent in the cost that it requires to care for your child.
So we're spending thousands of dollars doing whatever treatment we're doing and then saying, okay, well, we found this really cheap Airbnb and it's $2,000 for the 2 weeks that we're here. That's just not feasible, and it wasn't feasible for us. So we just wouldn't have done it.
What do we actually do at Love Your Story? Our main thing is we run and operate Molly's House. Molly's House is located in the heart of Gainesville, Georgia, a cute 3-bedroom, 2-bath home where we provide what we call financial rest for these families traveling from all over the country to receive care for their kids. Financial rest means completely free. These families are staying in a home up to 21 days free of cost. Everywhere from coffee, toilet paper, shampoo and conditioner, bubbles, and chalk are provided for these families. Staying alone in an Airbnb or a hotel for 3 weeks, you can imagine why you're spending 4 to 5 hours a day in a clinic is not an ideal situation. I did what any good mom would do. I reached out on Instagram and I found other moms who were traveling and doing the same thing.
I was planning to do this intensive in Gainesville, and after doing them alone so many times, I did one with other families and realized I never wanted to do it alone again. Mm-hmm. Just going back to being here together and having each other, when you're doing it alone, you are on like 24/7. And then add if your child has any nighttime issues, it is just nonstop. And when you're doing it together, the kids can play.
That's huge.
You have each other to be like, hey, I'm running to the store. Can you do this? Or they rest or they go to bed. And then you can actually talk and have community with another parent that knows a lot of what your daily life looks like. And that has been life-changing for me, to be honest.
Right here in Gainesville, Georgia, we have multiple clinics that are doing amazing work with kids impacted by disabilities. They are called Pediatric Neurological Therapy Intensives. But they are a 2 to 3 week program where kids are spending 4 to 5 hours a day. And trust me, families are traveling from all over the country to experience this care right here in our community.
We have another family that probably would have hopped on board and came if there was more space. But, she knew that there's only space for 2 and knew that we were both interested. So it's going to wait till the next round. But that need is very, very clearly there.
There are a capital campaign that GFUMC that you are choosing to partner in with that $45,000 out of our $100,000 goal. It will specifically go to a 6-bedroom, 4-bath home. Why? Because we want to be able to host more than one family at a time.
Molly's House is great, but there are still gaps that need to be filled in terms of accessibility. I know, I think I was one of the first people that ever had the pleasure of staying in Molly's House, and there was no ramp. So we've come a long way to that, but still there needs to be spaces that are more accessible, like to be able to get a chair, wheelchair in the bathroom, or even a walker in the bathroom, to be able to navigate doorways, halls, and spaces without being a struggle. So I think that would be a huge benefit.
Merry Christmas Eve. I want to invite you one last time. Invite you into this giving season that GFUMC is giving you the opportunity to step into. You see, right now, Molly's house is great, but what you heard from Hillary, Megan, and Allie is, it doesn't meet all of the needs. The doorways could be wider. We could have accessible bathrooms. We could have turning doorways. We know as a church that builds bridges, we want to be the church that is building bridges with families impacted by disabilities. Church, this is our chance. Would you be willing to give this Christmas Eve offering to help Love Your Story meet the goal of the $45,000 mark for our capital campaign?